As a council member, you have a responsibility to watch how taxpayers and ratepayers' money is spent. How would you safeguard public funds?
I would safeguard public funds the same way I do my money. I would track it. I would track it diligently, and I would hold myself and others whose hands my money passes through responsible to make sure that they're taking care of my money in the proper way. Another thing I would want to do is, I'm not a micromanager, but I would want the people who are handling our money, the finances, to look at me as one. As far as it goes, I want them to have the mindset that, okay, he may ask for a financial report at any time, and that's the thing I want. Because when I ask for something, or when the council asks for something, I don't want to hear it's going to take a few weeks or it's going to take a few months. I want it to be ready right then, and that's what I think a responsible finance department should be able to do: is have all the information ready just in case the council does ask for it. Also, I want to make sure that we're doing things in a very responsible way, that we're not wasting money, that we're actually doing research and getting accurate information from the city staff and other companies who are trying to somehow obtain our money through services. And finally, on that part, most important safeguard for the money is you, the citizens. Citizens, you're the one who votes the council members in, and the city manager is responsible to us, but we're responsible to you. So if you want your money safeguarded, then if the council's not doing it, and not doing the job right, then vote them out. Find somebody who will do it. And as far as myself, I believe that I'm a person of enough integrity to do that job for the people of Killeen.
What experience do you have in financial management, and how will you use that experience on the council?
Of course, we all have personal experience in finances. We take care, we budget for our own homes and lives and so forth, and that's just the most basic thing. But also, I have some financial experience as far as on some local organizations and local committees. I had my own small business. I had a tax ID number, I had to file with the state and keep records of the taxes and so forth. And finally, the key thing where I think my experience comes in financially is I've been on the council before. I was on from 2013 to 2015, and I learned how to read contracts that involve financial transactions. And with that, I became very efficient at being able to spot things that were responsible or things that were irresponsible in regards to purchases and so forth. So city government spending is not like your general spending like you say at home or so forth, but people got to start somewhere, and I had the opportunity to do that, and I learned a whole lot. So when I go back onto the council, I already know what I'm looking for. I know what I want to look for, and I already know what I'm looking for in the same matter. So that experience right there will help me, help you, the citizens, become better trackers of our money. And as far as, like we said, finances.
Assuming you and the police department have no additional money, what is your plan to attack Killeen's violent crime concerns?
When I saw that question, it was interesting because, you have no money. Anything when you have no money. And at the same time, what do you do in your own house when you have no money? Do you try to go out and get some more credit cards and run up your budget and run up your debt? You don't do that. So the first thing I had to do is I would have to go in and actually look at what's happening, look at the procedures and the things that are going on in our law enforcement department, and try to determine whether or not things need to be cut in various areas. I mean, are there some things that we're buying that we don't need, and just kind of put those on a priority list. The next thing I would do, of course, is I go back to the citizens again. When it comes to the citizens, y'all the most important piece to cutting violence, because no city, no state, no country, no providence, no anything can be safe without the help of the citizens. And that's one thing, the citizens have to be able to step up and help the city government and law enforcement in curbing the crime that's going on, because a lot of people know what's going on, but they won't say a word. So we have the Crime Stoppers, we have other ways that people can try to call in anonymously and try to help law enforcement catch people, but I can't say it's being done in every kind of way. So my thing would be this: citizens, do you want your city to be safe? If you say yes, then you have to help us. You have to. And if you have a good way that you can come forth and give us information without people finding out about it, then let us know, because we can't do it without you. Law enforcement, the Killeen PD can't do it without you. They need leads, they need tips, and that's one thing we have to work towards. PD can only do so much. The city government can only do so much, but the people, we're the witnesses. We're the people who can watch and we can see and we can report. And hopefully things will turn around with all of our cooperation.
What are your top 3 priorities and how will you accomplish them?
Top three priorities are basically, a few of the things we just said. We just talked about finances, and that's all aspects of the finances: transparency, responsibility, and so forth. Safety, as I said before, as well. And the third one, my third one would be growing Killeen in a responsible way. And basically, this with those 3 things, the way I would do it is this: I would again say, citizens, what do you want? What do you want us to do? Let us know, okay? Let us know what you want us to do and direct us, and we can try to go in that direction. Now, granted, we won't agree. We won't always agree with everything. We'll have different insights about different stuff. And so, but even beyond that, the thing I would focus on are the things that we do agree on. Focus on those things that we do agree on. Then after that, we can try to go back and possibly look at something that we disagreed on. And I'm going to kind of use an oxymoron here so we can try to, in an uncompromising way, come to a compromise. Okay, I hope that makes sense. but basically, that's what I would want to do. Let's tackle the stuff that we do agree upon first, and then let's come back to the other stuff to see if an agreement or some type of uncompromising compromise. And when I say uncompromising compromise, I mean some way that neither party is compromising their ethics or their faith or beliefs or whatever it may be. But we can come to an agreement on how to best handle something in the city in regards to finances, in regards to growth, in regards to safety, that will benefit the majority of the city, because everybody, unfortunately, can't be pleased.
What would you do to attract new businesses or industries that bring high-paying jobs to Killeen?
I would go to the people who run businesses, who have business. I would go to the small local business owners, and I would go to the large ones, and I would ask them, what do they see? What do they see that can, or what ideas do they have that can bring other businesses to Killeen? Because we know even as larger businesses come to Killeen, then that's going to help other businesses as well. So we're going to try to create like a symbiotic relationship between smaller businesses and larger businesses and even larger businesses. So if we can do that, then everybody will be working together. But at the same time, what I want to do is I want to go to some of those larger businesses. I want to go to your Wilson Arts and your McLean's and so forth and ask them, hey, what was the reason you didn't come here? I want to go back to some of those companies that we hear about that didn't come to Killeen, that had an opportunity to come, and ask them, what made you decide not to come here but go somewhere else? And I'm not going to go to, if we're negotiating with a company somewhere to try to come here, I'm not going to go to them. But I'm talking about pre-existing companies that are here already that we may not even be in the process of talking to. I'm going to go to them and say, why? And ask them what would make Killeen a better place, what would make Killeen a better place, or a place that would make you want to come here. What would we have to do as a city to attract businesses such as yours or others to come here? And of course, I would use the staff on the city government, because you still have the president of Chamber of Commerce and so forth. You have different people on the staff who do have knowledge, and I would use their knowledge, utilize their knowledge as well. But at the same time, there's that old saying, trust but verify. and it's a true saying. It's not that I don't doubt you. It's just that, how can you say it? I guess you could almost say this. I just don't want to have a reason one day where I do doubt you. That's a good one. So basically, that's what I'm thinking. So basically, talking to local businesses, small and large, going out to larger businesses, asking them why they didn't come to Killeen, what would enable them to want to come to Killeen, and of course, again, the people. What do you want? What do you want in Killeen? Because we're told a lot of times that rooftop dictates the number of rooftop dictates how many businesses, what type of businesses come in. And I look at other cities and they have stuff that we don't have. And they have the same number of basic rooftops. So, and now of course with 190 being designated as the highway, that's going to open up a whole new world to us right there in itself. So we have to start looking at those possibilities as well.